Hey everybody, welcome back to my modern homestead. For those of you who do not know, my name is Janet and I'm so happy that you are here. Now today, we're going to do a little cooking video. Bill is outside grilling. He is actually trying a brisket for the first time today from our local cattle farmer. And on the stove, I have some Brunswick stew that I've made that's going. It's when I make it, I freeze it and I put it in the freezer. Well, duh. If it's frozen, I'll put it in the freezer. But anyway, I put it in bags and put it in the freezer is what I was trying to say. And I have some creamed corn from our garden that we did. So we're having that with the brisket. But my husband, y'all, he wants fried okra also. And there is a dish that he grew up eating. Not really a dish, but an item. It's Hoecakes. Now, growing up, I never had Hoecakes, but my mom always fixed fried cornbread, and they are very, very similar. The Hoecakes just have more flour and cornmeal. We have a cup of each. This is an all-purpose flour, and this is just a fine yellow cornmeal. And then we also have a tablespoon of sugar. Mama's cornbread did not have sugar in it. We have 3½ teaspoons of baking powder, and hold on, let me check my recipe before I mess up. Sugar, 3½ teaspoons of baking powder, ½ teaspoon of salt. So Mama's fried cornbread didn't have any of those. Then we're also going to use 3/4 cup of buttermilk. We always have milk in this house, but the one time I'm ready to do a video, we didn't. So we're waiting on Alyssa to get back with the milk. We also have 1/3 cup of water and 1/4 cup of oil and 2 eggs. Now, the recipe does call for 2 eggs, but I have my own eggs, and as you can see, they're little. So I'm going to use 2 of the biggest size eggs I have, plus this one little one. So it'll be fine. Now, this, like I said, I've never made it, but this should come out thicker than our fried cornbread. So give us just a minute. Well, it'll be a minute for you. For me, not for you. Give me just a second. We'll be right back to mix it all up. Alrighty, well, the store Alyssa went to did not have buttermilk. All they had was sweet milk, so I'm just going to add 1 tablespoon of vinegar into the sweet milk, and that'll be just fine. Now, in my big bowl, I'm going to mix up the salt, the sugar, salt, if I'm mixed up, I don't know, and the baking powder. This has got the flour and the cornmeal already in there. So let's whisk that together. And then in our other bowl, let's set this over to the side. Ooh, gracious. I'm going to do the eggs. Goodness, that eggshell was tough. Normally you have just the opposite problem with farm fresh eggs. That one was thin. Alrighty. Now, let's add in the oil. And the water. trying to pay attention to what y'all can see on camera. I think too, when I go to upload my videos, they get cropped a little bit. So I'm trying to make sure I keep everything centered so that y'all don't miss anything. Alrighty. Now we're also going to add in the milk. Now if you don't want to mess up 2 bowls, you can do the wet part first and then just add in your dry ingredients, but we're doing what the recipe says since this is my first time. Alright, now we add this to the dry ingredients and mix just until combined. But I'm going to use the spoon for this so it doesn't get caught all in that whisk. Back behind me, I've got the skillet heating up along with the corn and the Brunswick stew. And just like your cornbread, you don't want to overmix because it will make it tough. Just scraping down these sides, making sure I don't have any more white parts in there, and we are good. All right, let's go over to the stove. All right, now to our skillet, we're going to add just a little bit of oil. Recommends about 2 tablespoons. Now, folklore has it that these are called Hoecakes because the South being poor, when the men were working out in the fields and it was really hot, they would mix up this batter, clean off their hoes, and cook the little cakes out in the field. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I wasn't there. But anyway, we add about 1/4 cup of batter to the skillet. Now these are in between a pancake and fried cornbread. So we'll see what happens. Y'all know what this reminds me of, the smell of it? It reminds me of Hush Puppies cooking. So strange. Woo. And this is doing like pancakes. You're getting the bubbles around the edges and a few in the top. So I guess we treat it like a pancake. We'll turn it when we have a lot of those bubbles on the top. Let's try turning this one and see. Whoops. Oh, for goodness sakes. Whoa, yeah, don't want to cook it much longer than that. So just when it starts getting done around the edges and a few bubbles on top, go ahead and flip it over. Okay, I think this will be the last one. And the last few have been much prettier than the first few. We'll get 2 little ones out of it. There we go, all done. Oh, I took a bite. There we go, everybody. There are our pretty little hoe cakes. Now to serve these, you can add syrup, maple syrup, or honey to them. Let's see what it tastes like. It tastes like a cornmeal pancake. Thank you guys so much for joining me. You know I love it when you come and spend a few minutes with me. So until we meet again, may you be blessed. Love you guys.